All right. All right. What's up? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It's back again. Professional Sports Enterprise YouTube channel. All right. I told y'all I'll be right back live at y'all. Right. So now, you already know who my team is. Right. Miami Dolphins right here. Miami Dolphins. I got my Dolphin shorts on. I got a dress shirt on. Go figure. I'm just so Floridian, right? I got my bottle of water. Water is very important, y'all. I can't stress this enough. I can't stress this enough. Water is very important, right? Dolphins. Who's winning Super Bowl this year? Are Dolphins winning Super Bowl this year? Dolphins gonna win? Smash the like button if you think they're gonna win. Or which team is gonna win? Who's your team? Right? Shedeur Sanders. What happened with Shedeur Sanders? Is he gonna start? Is he gonna get fired? We don't know. Is he gonna get cut by the Browns? We have no idea. Because the Browns don't know what they're doing, it seems like. The organization for the Browns is not ran well because they have like 1,000 quarterbacks, and I don't know. They guaranteed money to Deshaun Watson, who's injured. So I don't know what they're doing. Mm. But my thing is, Shedeur Sanders played well his first game. His first game, Shedeur Sanders played well, right? But then he got injured, so then Dylan played well against the Eagles, even though he had interception and a fumble. But at this point, I don't know what the Browns are trying to do. I don't know if they're trying to play mind games with Shedeur, because Shedeur Sanders I think is better than Dylan, but Dylan was picked higher than him for whatever reason, right? For whatever reason. But my thing is, the season is gonna start soon. The season starts around the corner, a week or two. Who's gonna start game one? Chances are it's gonna be Flacco. Joe Flacco, 100 years old, is gonna start game one for the Cleveland Browns. But the question is, who's gonna be his backup? Because when I saw the Browns schedule, that's the toughest schedule I've ever seen any football team have. They play the Bengals, the Ravens, the Eagles, the Lions, the Vikings. Man, the Dolphins. The Dolphins gonna be good this year, but the schedule is ridiculous. The schedule is really, really ridiculous. And then I just found out today that Shedeur Sanders got cut. Yeah, Shedeur Sanders, the brother Shedeur Sanders, got cut by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Or, I want to say cut. He didn't make the 53-man roster. Okay? Because he was never fully on the team. He was trying out for the team. But he got cut, right? So what now? So where does Shedeur Sanders go? Is the team going to pick him up? I don't know. You tell me. Because at this point, I don't know what the Browns are doing. If I had an idea what they were doing, I would have told you. But they don't know what they're doing. All right. Mm. Remember, chat. It's always good to stay hydrated. Okay. I live in Miami, and it gets hot down here, humid. It's always good to stay hydrated. All right. So yeah. So the question is, are the Dolphins going to do something this year? Is Baltimore Ravens? Are the Baltimore Ravens finally going to get over that hump? Right? Is Joe Burrow going to finally have a first couple of games being successful? Again, this year in the NFL is going to be a soap opera. There's going to be a lot of twists and turns, storylines, and ups and downs. That's why it's going to be very hard to see. Is Shedeur Sanders going to start? We don't know. Is Shedeur Sanders is Shedeur going to get picked up by another team? We don't know. Right? And I think he's on the practice squad. But Shedeur Sanders played well his first game, but Shedeur Sanders got injured. Right? And Dylan, I don't know what's going on. What's up, chat? Please, when y'all come in, smash the like button for me. We're talking football right now. We're talking football. We're talking football. We're talking Shedeur Sanders. Talking all the NFL teams. Right? Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl this year? Right? Can you imagine? Imagine if Shedeur Sanders starts and takes the Browns to the playoffs and actually win a couple of games. Man, he'll be a made man if he does that. He'll be a made man. You know. Now the chances of that happening are super slim because that schedule is rough, y'all. You know, even if Patrick Mahomes was starting for the Browns, I don't think they'll have a winning record because it's a the NFL does not like the Browns, right? But then again, the Browns are in the toughest division in football. You know what I'm saying? AFC North. I mean, you got the Browns, the Steelers, the Ravens, the Bengals. My gosh, that's a devastating division. You know, Dolphins division, AFC East. You know, we have the Dolphins, the Bills, the Jets, and the Patriots, right? But Shedeur Sanders, is he going to start? Is he going to get cut or is he going to start? What do you think is going to happen? You know, I think Shedeur Sanders brings lots of money to the Browns. So, from a financial point, from a business point of view, I don't think it's wise to cut him because he's so popular, and he can play. But at the same time, the coach for the Browns wants to keep his job, and I think the coach thinks if Shedeur stays on the team, pressure is going to be mounting if they start to lose, and the fans might want the coach fired, which I'm not cool for. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't think the coach wants Shedeur there. Not because he don't like Shedeur, but because I think the coach sees Shedeur and his people like a big circus, kind of like a traveling circus coming to town. You know? So I really think that's what's going on. But Stefanski, you know, is he a good coach? I don't know. I don't know if he's a good coach. I don't think he's a bad coach, but right now he's trying to keep his job. Stefanski is trying to keep his job. Can he keep his job? I don't know. I don't know. You know, but at the end of the day, y'all, at the end of the day, it is football season. Football season is here. I got my Dolphins helmet on. Well, not on, but here with me. You know what I mean? And please, when y'all come in, smash that like button. We're gonna do this thing. We're gonna do this thing. We're gonna do this thing. But you know, that, so another thing I want to talk about is this year's NFL is gonna be an up and down roller coaster ride because I think the teams are gonna be very competitive this year. I can't see a team running away with the division, any division. I think it's going to be a tight race for a lot of teams. Meaning that I think there's going to be a lot of parity this year in the NFL season. I think the teams. I think teams you don't think are going to be good are going to be good. Teams you don't think are going to be good are going to be good. That's what I think is going on. You know, the Dolphins might surprise you. I'm a Dolphin fan, of course. The Dolphins might surprise you. You know, don't cut the Dolphins out yet. You know, my Dolphins right here. Don't cut them out yet. You know, um, but my thing is this, chat. My thing is this, chat. It's like, do you think? Do you think? Do you think just for a moment? Do you think just for a moment that you know everything's gonna be okay? Because when you look at the teams that's good all year, like the Chiefs are always good. The Ravens, obviously the Eagles, are the champs. Do you think the Eagles can repeat? Because no team ever. It's been a while since the team repeated. I think only two teams repeated twice this century, which is crazy, right? Century is only 25 years old, but that's a lot of years, right? Do you think? Do you think that they'll be able to do this? I don't know. So my thing is, please, y'all, when y'all come in, smash that like button. But I got my football right here. I got my water right here. I'm ready for football. Who's ready for football? You know?